Okay, we're just waiting for the other. Cindy, what are you doing? Trying to drive home?
Oh, no, I'm not driving. I'm on my way to
good.
the airport.
In case you need them.
Oh, Laura, oh, I'm the only one in person tonight?
Oh, I didn't know we had the option. I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Laura,
didn't.
you could have sat right beside me.
I'm still at work. So
Oh,
I
figured you would be.
Laurel's just avoiding a lane as well.
Yeah.
I'm not. I knew that you wanted in person, but then when I got the Zoom link, I assumed, never mind, here I am. I can't get there now.
I'm still waiting for my blueberry muffins.
Oh,
Cindy, it's very nice
Yeah.
to see you, but could I ask you to turn your camera off? I'm getting motion sickness.
Sorry.
Cindy. Hi, cutie.
Hi, honey. Hold on.
Hi,
Let me.
you.
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Better.
okay. Well, I didn't quite
How's
get
that?
out of, that's fine.
good. Thank you.
That's
I
all
didn't-
right. That's okay.
I didn't
It's only me.
Quite get out of work in time. So here I am, sorry.
We'll get started. We'll just we'll start in about a minute or so. I just want to make sure all the doors are open. So.
Can we Laura and I talk over the chair part? Laura, can you call my cell?
Oh, you want the sound on your phone instead?
Well, no, to just
no,
talk
no.
over who's gonna do what, because
Oh.
we're,
You could be chair. You want to be chair?
let's talk.
Okay. All right, let me mute myself.
All right.
That's Elaine. I worked with her on the Board of Health in Everett.
Oh, okay. Just be quiet. Oh, the bathroom. Be right back. I don't know what the bathroom is. I don't wanna make anybody upset. Do you know what the bathroom is in this place?
I don't.
No.
I have no
Just don't
idea.
upset me because they don't like Halloween.
I have no idea.
I'm knocking doors over there doing. Do you have to pee though?
Hey, Kim, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi. Tell
I
your
don't
husband.
see.
I know you don't see me. That's okay. You tell your husband, go down by the stairs,
Yeah.
down the end of the hall by the stairs, and the bathroom's right there on the left.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yep. And you guys, just so you know, you're being recorded too,
Yeah, I
okay?
got you. I got you. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Can't see that.
That,
It's Zoom. Why did you have to come here now?
because the other people here, but we're being recorded, so.
Okay. I just wonder why you had to come here.
What? It's probably easier.
You could have just done it from your house.
You went to my house?
No, you could have done it from your
Oh.
house.
How was your meeting?
Right? It's busy. Crazy.
Did you talk to Joe about
I'll talk to you later. He's supposed to get back with me today. He never did.
Yeah, I know, he told me.
promised.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, Anthony, this is my brother Ralph.
Nice to meet you. I'm Anthony. I'm the.
Dan,
Nice to meet you. Good.
Elaine, it's my brother Ralph.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Elaine Silva.
All right.
Hi,
So
how you doing?
Audio was good, Laurel?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything.
Yeah.
Who's hanging it? Is that you, Anthony, just standing there in front of
I'm
me?
just standing here. I'm standing here.
Can she see or?
I'm standing for the
Right.
camera. The camera's like over here. Yeah.
I can see the whole table.
Okay. And I think the
You're,
iPhone's.
you are stage right now to the left side of my screen. I can see Elaine and I can see everybody else at the end of the table. So I apologize. I didn't quite get out of work early enough.
Okay. And you can
Yeah.
you guys say something just to see if she can hear it?
Can you hear me?
I can. No
Okay.
Just
worries.
to make sure everyone knows it. Okay. So they can-
Yep.
I think it's
gotcha.
right here, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
You can
speaker's
hear-
on the,
Yep.
I am. I'm good.
I can just.
I think you can hear me, am I not correct?
Yeah.
No doubt.
They always can hear me, even the dead.
All right, blueberry muffins coming.
Blueberry muffins. She promised me blueberry muffins back in November and
I-
I'm still waiting.
Wow.
Second illness. You get
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
I have a copy.
I'll
You
make
have a copy?
Oh, I did it at home.
I have a great recipe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So these are just the past three.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't with you.
I get the Jordan Mash recipe. It's the Jordan Mash.
Cheers, Jordan Mash.
Oh,
Jordan
wow.
Mash.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
I
today?
apologize.
Holy Thursday.
Elaine, you still at Everett?
No, I'm gone. I retired. Yeah. It's been 3 years this year. I retired. 3, yeah.
Imagine. They must miss you.
Yeah, they do. I miss them. I miss them a lot. I really do. I miss my friends. But I have my lovely people here in Wakefield. Laurel and I have been together on the board for what, 12?
14 years,
14 years. Yeah, yeah, so, you know.
maybe 13 and a half, because you came, I don't know, pretty close to 14, very close to 14.
Because you were on both boards when we were together. Said I was you have.
I go from one meeting to the next and go, yeah,
Yeah.
I was on the parking inspection in Everett for a while.
yeah. I miss all my friends. I just got a lot of messages from, I had my birthday last week and had a lot of nice messages.
Happy
Oh, happy
birthday.
birthday.
I miss them very much, so they miss me. All right, we will,
I think we're recording, right?
probably recording. Is it recording yet? Did it?
Yeah, the recording is on,
So that's what
so we all know it was your birthday.
Call to order this meeting. It's April 6th. It is now 6:03. If anyone do we have a sign-in sheet to speak?
Probably not today.
Okay, all right. If you do wish to speak, would you state your name, where you live, and you know what your reason is? When we have a hearing, we don't really converse back and forth with questions. What will happen is Dan, our inspector, will present to us what is going on, and then we give them a chance to speak. Am I correct, Laura?
Yes, well
We
said.
had- We're all set. And then if this, will you be speaking, sir? Do you know?
Probably not, but
Okay.
you never know.
Okay. All right, so we'll call the meeting to order. Laurel Gorville, present.
Present.
Present, Elaine Silva. And all in favor of starting and opening? Aye. Let's go. Okay, Dan?
Okay, sure. So on Tuesday at about noon, I went over to Carol's Cafe to do a reinspection of the previous routine inspection, which was done on March 28th. Unfortunately, I was unable to complete the reinspection because there were a significant amount of issues, specifically stemming from Tim. It might have been a bad day for him. I'm not sure, but it was pretty belligerent behavior from him. I was essentially very uncomfortable during the inspection. And there were a number of instances of attempted bribery towards me, to which made me even more uncomfortable. So about 30 minutes into the inspection, I realized that it wasn't going anywhere and I was very, very uncomfortable. So I decided to leave. And that's pretty much what happened during the reinspection. However, during the reinspection, I could write down a few noted violations that I saw. I wasn't able to finish it, obviously, but they were all repeated inspection or repeated violations from the inspection done on March
Yep.
20th. So you can see here, I have handouts for everyone. I have the inspection from October 31st, 2022. The last routine, which was March 28th, and then the unfinished re-inspection form that was done on Tuesday. And you can see that on the October inspection, we had 7 critical violations, which after the re-inspection was done, they were fixed. And then on March 28th, we had 6 violations, with 5 of which were repeated from the October inspection. And then with this re-inspection done on the 4th, we have another 4 criticals, 4 of which were repeated violations.
Time out for a second. Who is the host of the meeting? Because we should quiet the user number with Brian on it. It should be muted. Unless Brian, you can mute yourself because I'm hearing some background noise.
Could he?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because we can't really get the host thing
Oh,
from
okay.
here.
Okay.
And he's the only one, right? He's the only one on the, there's
Well,
Brian.
Cindy is on, and then somebody
That's
else
her,
is on
and
that's
she's
not.
muted.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Brian. Perfect. I was just getting feedback, so continue. Dan, I'm so sorry.
That's all I had to say. I was just unable to complete the re-inspection due to a number of reasons, and the underlying issue is that there are a significant amount of priority violations that have not been corrected, and I was unable to complete my re-inspection.
Is it appropriate to ask what the priority was, or you're happy just to have it in the report?
Yeah, absolutely. I can go through it. So the first violation being the person in charge. So essentially the first violation, the person in charge has to demonstrate knowledge and perform duties of running the kitchen, to which I was unable to have any example of him demonstrating knowledge of general food safety and operating in the kitchen. The ice machine, which was marked down on the last inspection, it needed to be cleaned, and I could see that it was attempted. There was an attempt to clean the machine, but over by the dispenser where the ice is created in the machine, it still needed to be cleaned because there was quite a bit of buildup. From there was improper hot holding with home fries on the griddle. They were under 135 degrees Fahrenheit, which in the report, I have them marked at 86 degrees. And then the final violation that I could see was a cold holding issue with cut potatoes being stored next to the griddle at about 74 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Thank you, Dan.
Oops.
So back in October, they had 7 violations. That was the very first inspection, right? So there was nothing repeated there. When you went back in March of this year, there were 6 violations and 5 were repeated from the October. Am I correct? So there
Correct.
were still 5 outstanding technically. And this time when you went or you attempted to complete, you saw 4 violations and 4 of them were from the repeated. And were those also from the original 7, these repeated?
Correct.
From the original 7 in October of 2022. Okay.
So the real issue here is as far as I see, because we're always working with people to correct and reevaluate for the safety of the public. But the significant worry here is 1, the appearance of bribery, and 2, the inability to safely finish a re-inspection. Like that's the most concerning thing.
Understood.
I wasn't there.
When a reinspection can't be done.
Yeah, I understand, trust me. I just had a bad day. I lost it, so that's what I can tell you.
Anthony, were you notified of?
Yeah, I was notified after Dan finished it. The reason why we issued the emergency closure, which you guys cooperated with, there was no issue.
Yeah, you came down.
Yeah, you guys were fine.
Yeah.
But the reason we issue is just because we couldn't verify the safety of the food if we couldn't finish the inspection. So, I mean, we really just wanted to address kind of, the ongoing kind of theme that we're seeing is, the same kinds of things. So, I think it's a good thing that we have the consultant now. You guys
I spoke with her yesterday and
That's good,
today.
yeah.
I scrubbed the ice machine like on my hands and knees and drained it twice.
Yeah.
If you can show me where,
I
I
can-
mean, I scrubbed.
I can definitely show you exactly.
Yes, because I even like took things out and was scrubbing with like,
Yeah.
So there's no issue of old equipment that has to be replaced or anything like that? It's just general maintenance? Is that what you're saying?
everything's brand new.
Well, actually, I forgot to mention in this as well, so the high temp dishwasher, sorry, I accidentally skimmed over it.
Yeah.
I'm still having.
It went up to 150 degrees.
56 degrees.
I burnt my hand on it, like trying to
So
get the plates out.
156 degrees.
It went from so
136
they told me
to
it was,
156.
it ranges, it goes to 136 or 132 to 136 at
On
temp.
the rinse cycle,
On
it
the
goes
rinse
to a
cycle.
higher level.
Yeah,
So for a stationary rack dishwasher that has
Yep.
2 cycles, a rinse or a wash and a rinse.
Yep.
The wash cycle is supposed to reach 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and
Yep.
the rinse cycle should be 160 degrees on the plate and 180 degrees at the valve.
okay,
When I inspected this dishwasher the last 2 times, I was
Right.
unable to reach the rinse cycle. So
Okay.
you were reaching that wash temperature, which was no problem.
Yep.
But the issue was that a rinse cycle never kicked on.
All right, so
And so
Okay.
what temperature is supposed to be on the rinse cycle? So I know it.
the rinse cycle is supposed to be 180 degrees at the valve
100
and 180
80.
degrees
80 degrees at the valve.
at the
okay?
valve. And then on the plate, which is that little disc that I put in the dishwasher,
Yeah.
it should come out at 160 degrees.
okay.
So 20 degrees.
Because I had the dishwasher guy
Just-
back out
he
there
yeah,
and he just,
came out last week.
Yeah.
I buttoned up the ceilings. I've done everything you've asked me to.
so I asked him, I said, can you come back out and check the temperature?
Yeah, I've asked everybody.
I asked him, I said, right away, please come out and check the temperature because I had him out 2 days. And it's only 2 years old, that dishwasher. And it's a Hobart and they told me those are the best dishwashers to get.
They're good, yeah.
So they have a 3-bay sink, right? You guys have
They have a
Base
base.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
so you could alternatively when the dishwasher is not reaching the.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Sanitize,
Yeah.
We
of
always
course.
rinse everything anyways.
I wash everything
go
before
above
it goes
and
in the
beyond, trust me.
dishwasher. Because I don't put dirty dishes in there with food on it.
Yeah.
How many employees are there? Are they just the two of you that run the business?
My daughter's there on Sundays.
So you have
Yeah.
just one other? Okay, all right.
Sandra's there sometimes when she comes in and helps me.
I think we saw Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandra's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She'll come in and help me.
So the only reason Dan was not able to perform his re-inspection so that we could make sure what was going on and ensure that, everything was being running right it was just a bad day.
I agree.
Sorry. What, can you fill me in on this consultant? When
Her name's
did the,
Victoria Hart.
yeah,
She actually reached out to me last night. She was supposed to come and meet me yesterday, but we were closed. And then she
Okay.
was gonna come out and meet me today, but we were closed.
She's a sweetheart.
okay,
She's very nice. She's very knowledgeable. Her daughter lives here, I guess, in Wakefield, so she was familiar with the area. She lives in Peabody she did live in Peabody. Now she lives in Rhode Island
Wow.
sometimes. So she said it was on the list that you gave me.
Yeah. It was.
No, you gave me.
Yeah.
Someone gave me.
I gave you the list and it was a.
I called like 4 people and she was the only one that got back to me. And I emailed
Okay.
her. She got right back to me.
so I don't need to know all those details so much as this is our remediation plan, is to pull a consultant in just to make
Yeah.
sure that we have someone else. So Dan, so that we often
Victoria
do that,
Hart is
and
her
it's almost always a very successful plan
Good.
Yeah.
to assure that everything is even. So when is she so
I
Anthony,
told her I
just
would
remind
call
me
her I told her I would either email her or call her after the meeting.
after this meeting, right?
Yes.
Okay,
She will be the
So-
person you will work with?
Yes,
Yes.
And
so
also,
this,
What does this person do?
she's a food safety consultant.
she's a food safety consultant.
That's what we normally do.
Yeah.
If we have any kind of establishment that has some problems.
Yeah, I have no
we do
problem with that.
Recommend it, and it does work. It helps to teach and bring out more to the person. We're not out to get anybody or anything, and Dan's only doing his job to protect, because if you've been in, like I've been in public health, and it's only the top of a little tiny pencil that can be a little piece of something that's not right, and that can cause a major, major, major outbreak, and you don't want that.
So she already,
get it, I
after
get
the report, she already discussed to me about the home fries. So she came up with an idea, well, she came up with a plan as to put them in the oven before they go on the grill. So they keep temperature. So we have an oven,
I'm just gonna
we
stick
have
'em
two
in.
grills. You saw that we have two grills.
Yes.
And they were on the first grill before. So what happens is they go from the chopping block into the potato pot to boil. From the boiling pot, they go into a bowl to be
drain.
put on, to be drained, to be put on the grill, to be cooked. But we don't cross-examine food, contaminate food. We have to wait because it's seasoned. And if there's eggs or anything else on that grill, you can't cook the home fries with anything but the home fries.
I'm
So
very
that
big on that,
grill
too.
has to be completely
It's
cleaned
like,
off.
if someone has like peanut butter, like I'm like, don't use that butter knife, use this butter knife, use it.
Yeah.
Clean it
Yeah.
up. Make sure you guys are proper. Trust
We
me.
use two different, toasters.
The main thing that I was trying to explain during this past inspection was that we want to avoid the temperature danger zone. So when you prep food,
Yes,
there is inherently, you're going to take the food out of temperature if it's a cold held TCS food. So
Right.
what you need to do is once you prep that food,
Yep.
you need to immediately put it back into refrigeration or use it to cook immediately.
Immediately.
So that block of time you have where it's in that bowl sitting next to the griddle, that's the issue.
loses temp.
Because I can believe you as much as I want, that I know the intention is good,
Right.
but when it's a Friday or a Sunday and it's crazy busy and that bowl sits there for an hour or 2 hours,
I go through so much
That's-
product, it's not even funny.
I get it.
What's your suggestion? Don't put it in the
Don't
oven?
put
My
it, put
suggestion-
it downstairs and then keep walking up and down the stairs. What do we do? I don't know.
Whatever you tell me.
Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. I have no problem with it.
What would you, let me put it this way, there really has to be a reinspection, first of all.
Yeah, there
Okay,
does.
All right, does that reinspection have to come before or after this consultant comes in?
No, it can be before or it can be after the consultant comes in.
Okay, once the consultant comes in, the business is now closed, right? Before they can open, they are going to have a reinspection. That's going to have to be number one. Am I not correct?
To reinspect
Okay,
it.
it has to have a reinspection. That's the way it has to be, so we see. Then your the consultant can come in. Will you speak to the consultant in
Yes.
regards to what you found? And then she will. That time period from when that consultant is hired to do everything to when they can open completely, when will that be?
So I just want to clarify something. When you guys were talking about the consultant, when you guys were closed.
Yeah.
You can still have the consultant come in when you're closed. Like,
Yeah.
That's not a requirement. So
Okay.
they can still come in because the things that we listed here, you can address while you're closed.
Round close, yeah.
So I would say, because I know they were supposed to come in yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
You can have them come in tomorrow if they can come in.
Yeah.
I would say just have them come in. They'll go over this stuff with you. Once this is fixed, then you'll do a reinspection, right, with us.
So-
So
These
What's my
guys
time
can't
period?
stay closed. I mean,
What's my time period? I got a college to pay for. I got a mortgage to pay
Just
for.
tell me,
Bueno.
just tell me what I have to do, please.
I understand.
Whatever you guys want.
I think that the food inspector has made it quite clear.
Yeah.
And I think that Laurel and I are probably in agreement. I want him to go back in, and I think Laurel agrees that he should go back in you should allow him and let him go and do the
Oh, 100%.
reinspection.
I have no
yeah.
problem with that.
You can do that even, I don't know how your schedule is. I know you're busy and it's the holiday weekends.
Yeah, I gotta
can you
be
do that
open.
tomorrow? Can you reinspect?
I have.
I cannot reinspect tomorrow now.
Okay,
I have to
Why?
be open.
stop.
Why?
No, kid.
No, wait, why?
I have a training.
He's off site tomorrow.
I'm not trying to be a wise guy. I mean, this is how these guys support their family, right?
I understand.
We
We understand.
We understand what you're saying. What's confusing to me, this is the reason I came. I don't know if you know Carol's reputation. They're a pillar in this community. I mean, not only in Wakefield, but in Linfield. Okay, I have friends of mine that are livid, that want to come up here. Hundreds of them, that want to come up here. I told them not to, come up because it wouldn't look good for the town, right? So I get what you're saying about the potatoes, but take into consideration if they need to open up and support their family, right? They can fix whatever you want fixed. This is, when I look at this stuff, yeah, it's all fixable, easy stuff, right?
So I
mean-
totally understand what you're saying, and we would like to see you guys reopen.
I know.
Bottom line, we want to see you guys reopen. The thing we want to see is that,
Probably.
you know, that this is all fixed, right? And we're
We'll
not.
fix it. They'll fix it.
There's nothing major though.
Right,
That's my
but-
whole problem.
No, they'll
I-
fix it.
I
They'll
understand,
fix it.
I understand, but
We will.
the reason we want
Nothing's
to talk.
told.
I'll
be
fix
major.
whatever needs.
No,
to
let
be
him talk, let him
fixed.
talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the reason we wanted to bring this up is
Yeah.
that, you know, we've just seen the same thing being the issue.
Yeah,
over the
it's
past
like a
6
repeat
months, so-
offender, right? I get it. No.
So that's.
I think they
yeah.
understand the violation. They understand what you guys are looking to do. All we're asking for is to have some consideration. I mean, in terms of timing, they have a business, they run a business, they have a minor at home child. They need to, again, I don't know if you've ever heard of Carol's in If you live in Wakefield, and never heard of Carol's, then you must be under a rock somewhere. I mean, right?
But you have to
They've been on
understand-
Channel 5, Channel 4, Channel 7. I mean, seriously.
Well, we
That's why I
understand
came
that.
here tonight.
But we're also, so now that we've seen this, right?
Yeah.
We are also now liable if something were to happen. So.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I just want to understand.
You
this is
brought
like-
it to attention. Now
Yes.
it's going to be fixed.
Yes.
These guys will fix it tonight if they have to. All I'm asking, Dan, and these guys,
Yeah.
have some consideration. One day means a lot to them. It would help if you came in and expedited it. That's all.
Yes. Well, Dan.
We're going to listen. They're going to do what
We've
you
been in
guys want them
business
to
for
do.
30 years, never had one problem.
That's
Ever.
true. You know how long they've been in business,
30
right?
years, never had one problem.
30 years.
Okay,
I know. Yeah.
33.
So-
Imagine that.
so, I'd like to make a comment, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can hear all of this. But this is a consequence of having a bad day and not
No,
being
yeah,
able
I get
to
it.
allow an inspector to do his work. So this is, you know.
We
so this is a-
apologize for that.
I
We
apologize,
understand-
and
we-
he told me he felt threatened, and
I
I walked
am-
away, 10
I
feet away
am-
from him, like, I apologize. I told him
I
straight up,
understand.
I don't
I
want to
am-
threaten you, my
I
friend.
understand. Okay, but Laurel. would
Okay,
like to-
I
go
get
ahead,
this,
Laurel.
but
No,
I have the
sorry.
floor, I have the floor right now.
I'm sorry
um,
about that.
So, we put it together. We got tonight's meeting. We put things, we have a process. We work super hard with every restaurant and food establishment in this town. We are not doubting reputation. That is not on the table. We understand that.
I understand.
So, right, so that's, we have feelings about this and we have a process about this. So we are working, pretty hard. Dan has been incredibly diligent. We are lucky that we were able to get into a meeting tonight so that we can move forward.
I appreciate that.
But we're gonna consider, however, we have to work on our process. And I would say this response has been very impressive. So we're gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna have a back and forth. Elaine and I have to put together a motion with Anthony's recommendation, and that I think is, unless there's anything else to be said, the fact of the matter, that kind of the walls of the conversation is A, B, and C has to happen.
Right.
Re-inspection and reopening as quickly as we can, but we
Please,
don't.
I appreciate that.
We don't put town hall employees on the hook on weekends. It's just not the way the town works is the issue, right?
Well,
So,
but I guess that I'm lucky that Easter is Sunday, so
yeah.
I'll be closed anyways.
And sometimes, like I work in a field where people get into our services, because of, I'm gonna be, bye, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
The whole office is dark. So maybe this is the universe giving you an opportunity to take a breather, right? Let's just take this opportunity to get it right.
Can I just tell you that the bribe wasn't a bribe, it was being sarcastic. It wasn't
Okay.
being, it wasn't, I was just fed up. I'm like, what else can I do for this guy?
I mean,
It wasn't a bribe, it was just sarcasm of like, what can I do to
Okay.
get rid of you?
I
So
mean, Kim
we,
was on, I don't know if you know, but we
would
understand
me and
that.
Elaine
She
were
was
on
on
the
the board
board.
for years in Everett. This is
we,
what she
we know
did.
this.
Here
We know
are.
this.
Again, I don't usually come to these meetings, but when I found out this happened and I realized how many people were calling me that wanted to come here, I said, I gotta go talk about this. I'm her
Okay.
brother, by the way. And I don't know if you got, I find it
Crazy.
very compelling and amazing to me, but.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
So I think
Can I recommend some timing?
yeah, what do
Yes.
you recommend for
Yeah,
timing?
so I would
What's the best
say,
we can do?
depending on the food safety consultant, I would say if you could have them come in either tomorrow or Monday.
Yep.
Because I don't think they work on a weekend. So Friday or Monday, have them come in. We can re-inspect on Tuesday. Because you'll be back on Tuesday. I think we go from there. And then we re-inspect on Tuesday. If everything's good to go, then you guys are good to go. Is that fair?
Yeah.
You want me to call her and ask her if she can come in? So you guys can hear her?
You can call her after the meeting too.
Okay.
Not right now.
Just get it done.
Yeah,
Get it
Wait.
done.
I mean, you guys want it done, they want it
no.
done, they want to go back in business, just get it
We
done.
don't, we don't want them to stay closed.
Yeah.
We understand, we know how good they are in the community, but you have to look at our.
Right, I get it.
I don't want a food outbreak, been there, done that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it. What I don't understand, can you guys explain to me about the whole potato thing? Because,
What about it?
Only Dan can.
Don't bother, I'm telling you, don't bother.
no, I'm trying to understand.
No,
You
Ralph.
don't understand.
Ralph,
I
this is
understand
not-
now.
I'm trying to understand it,
No,
that's
just
all.
don't, don't even bother. Don't trust me, don't
No,
bother.
it's the temperature
Been there,
that it
done that,
drops
don't
to.
worry
I
about
get it, because I spoke with her and she explained it to me.
But you can't leave potatoes
Don't
out
bother.
because certain potatoes, they get to a certain temp.
It's weird,
Yes.
yes.
Things will grow on them at a certain.
Yes.
Yes,
So
If they're left outside.
correct,
Yeah.
yes.
But okay, unpeeled, peeled.
Yeah.
No, these are peeled.
Right, a
and
peeled
pre-cooked.
potato.
Yeah, yeah.
Peeled potato.
Peeled,
Yeah.
Because an
Boiled.
unpeeled potato can stay out
Yes.
and, yeah, I
Right,
get, okay,
it's a
I
peeled
get,
potato.
unpeeled, I get, okay, all right,
I'm
okay.
close for.
Laurel, what do you propose as a motion? Do you have?
So I would make a motion to follow the recommendation of Health Director Anthony Chow. And following the procedure where as soon as the consultant can make contact, that we are able to re-inspect at a reasonable time. 24 hours after that consultant, 24 business or 1 business day after the consultant has made her appraisal.
It's spreading.
Does that make sense, or am I putting you in a bind, Dan?
I know, do you?
That's fine, yeah.
It's 24 hours, I mean.
A business day, a
Which is-
business day
Why don't we do
after,
it? I think a business day is
consultant.
probably better because you could even have the consultant probably, even if she's ready, even like Monday
Same day.
morning or something, and something happens that you.
So Dan's
Have
off,
no life.
Dan's off.
I'm off
Or you're off.
Monday.
oh, well, there we
He's
go.
got training
That's
that day.
why, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Oh, I thought that was
my
tomorrow.
suggestion was if it's probably cleaner for them to come on Monday because Friday people are maybe off for Good Friday, whatever.
Right.
So I would say if you could suggest to her Monday, she comes in, gets everything fixed. Tuesday we come in, re-inspect. You guys are
Okay.
good to go.
And you would be open right away.
Can't
Okay,
get on.
I'll call her when I leave here.
Okay.
Ask.
So I don't believe that the board needs to make a motion. I think we're supportive of the operating decisions of the staff. Because we're very impressed with you all for getting on board, calling that, and, restaurant business is high and stressful. So,
It is.
we will, we're just gonna check the boxes. And we know you're gonna be fine.
Thank you.
So we will wait until I hear from you. And you and Anthony will do that, and he will come in and
Sam.
he will be there for the re-inspection, and
Be Tuesday.
everything will go well. Everybody will be smiling. Hopefully, maybe the Easter Bunny will leave everybody some good chocolate and make them smile.
Happy Easter.
I'm waiting for good chocolate, but I know I won't get it, so. And then once Dan has completed and
Yes.
sees that everything's done, and I'm sure your consultant will come in as soon as she can and get that done for you and tell her.
We'll call her tonight.
that, you want.
Yep.
I mean, this is all stuff you can do in a day.
Well, I also want to say, keep in mind, this is the unfinished report. So we're not just going off of
Right, you have
the
to
number
finish
that's
it.
here. We're going off of the routine inspection that I had
On
done.
the 28th.
On the 28th, because I was unable to look at everything else.
She has the report from the 28th.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
apologize for all this
she has
stuff.
the report from the 28th. That's what I sent her.
Okay.
I didn't send her the one that,
Yeah, then that's,
I just got
Should've
that
been
one
rude.
tonight.
yeah,
So I didn't have it. I sent her this one.
that's the important one. That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we appreciate your involvement in the work, and best of luck.
Yeah. So in other words, on the dishwasher, you can scratch that because we have the 3-bay sink.
Well, no, so
If I
if you,
cannot get the temperature.
if you have the piece of equipment, you're responsible
Okay.
for maintaining it. Unless it's very obviously not in use.
Okay.
Like if you were to unplug it, and it was somewhere else
Yep.
in the kitchen or downstairs, then it's clearly a not in use piece of
Okay,
equipment.
so if
So
I
how do we
can't get
figure that
that, because
problem
he
out
has
is what
been
I'm
there
trying to
3
say.
times, and he said every time he's there, it's scalding hot. It comes up to
Consultant would
the,
also reach out
Okay.
for you at that
Yeah.
time when they come in, so that would be a good thing.
Okay.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
she could
I
show.
mean,
Yeah.
I can't figure out the,
They have a top of the line, brand new, right?
yeah, 2 years
What else can
old.
they do?
So again, I already let you know the requirements of it.
Yes,
That is what I am getting from it. I
right.
start the machine,
Yeah,
it kicks on.
I get it, the temps,
So-
what do you want?
but if it doesn't go to that.
Yeah, what do they
temperature, Am I still closed? I don't understand.
It's something we take into
We'll just
consideration.
remove the
just get rid of it?
dishwasher and get a
Just-
new
I'll
one
get a
and
new
use
one
the
if I have
3-bay
to.
sink till we get a new one.
I don't want to be
you could-
closed
Right?
anymore.
Yeah.
Hold on a
There's
minute.
nothing I can do about the dishwasher.
No.
It's not
Cross that
just the
bridge.
dishwasher, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was asking for my sake,
Yeah,
because
look,
that's something I deal
Obviously,
with.
they're cooperating with you
Yeah,
guys.
so-
They want to get this.
Correct.
Well,
They've been-
I just don't want you to come back and you say the dishwasher up the temperature.
I will do
And then we
whatever-
get another week of not doing any business.
Of course, yeah.
We'll be very reasonable
Yeah.
about it. So,
Okay.
so you know the alternative is the 3-bay sink for, you know, for when there's no functioning dishwasher, you can
Yes.
wash, rinse, sanitize. So
Okay.
That is not a reason that we would keep you closed if it's the only thing that's.
Okay,
right.
thank you. That's what that's all I was asking.
I want to add as well, that if I was given the opportunity to go through this with you and try to troubleshoot a little bit, I'm more than happy to try to troubleshoot an issue like this.
No, I appreciate it.
Okay, so I think.
I
a lot
want to
of
work
the
with you, trust me, I want to work
Yeah.
with you 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the guy that gives you the knuckles and a high five and let's go.
Right.
Okay.
But I think a lot of the frustration comes from just not being able to explain myself because.
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
so
Well, you know, it's an emotional thing, right?
I get it.
Imagine having kids at home, your
Kids.
livelihood is,
College.
it's emotional, right? Everyone has emotion, but I think everyone here's acting like we have a plan.
Yes.
Let's stick to the plan and get back in business.
We've done the plan and the plan has worked.
All
Yeah,
right, let's go.
I've been in
Yeah.
public health for 20-something
Yeah.
years, and the plans always work, and they
All right,
work in
let's
the
go.
favor
Yeah.
of not only the owners, but in the general public health.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't have to turn
Right.
around and answer to.
I agree. I
understood.
agree.
Understood,
I
you're doing
agree.
your job. I get it.
I get it. Everyone's got a job. I get it.
So we just kind of let's work together and
Put into it.
let them
I get
feed the
it.
people of Wakefield and surrounding
I'll
areas.
call Victoria.
I mean, you guys
And then
know
I
that,
can,
right?
do
have
you want
know
me to
Carol.
reach out to you? Nancy?
Yes, please. reach out
After I
to me.
speak to Victoria?
Just send me an email and.
All right,
I'll
so
email you.
Real quick,
All right.
real quick. The dishwasher's not going to be a problem,
He
right?
just said that.
Then what about?
said that.
I already
Wait,
called the
one-
guy to come
Kim,
back out.
Kim, 1 second.
Yeah.
And downstairs in the basement, all the things I have butted, all the wood.
Yeah.
Check it before you come, like, I don't know, next time you come, I got pieces of wood, I got drills, I got screws, whatever you need, tell
Just,
me what it
we
needs.
had a pipe that we had to fix, so we took a ceiling panel
No.
down.
Gotcha.
So he put a new, we boarded it up like you.
I
Like a
filled
drop-
up most
like a
that I
drop
could,
ceiling?
but I just want you to tell me, Tim,
Yeah.
I want this
What
stuff,
are they
and
missing
I'll
a
do it
panel?
right in front of your face, I'm like.
That's not something
He's not
I
concerned.
was necessarily
Yeah.
concerned about with
You
you
just
being
said-
open.
Yeah.
That's just a violation.
He's concerned with the potatoes.
Right,
I'm
Right.
concerned about the food practices.
Right.
but I'm concerned about everything you need to be done,
Yeah, yeah.
'cause I don't wanna miss one thing.
I got
So I
you.
can open up and
That,
feed my family.
that's not going to influence
All
you
right,
reopening.
perfect, that's all I need to know.
I didn't realize, I didn't
I'll
think a
call
ceiling tile
Victoria.
would have,
Have a nice Easter.
Yeah,
It was
you too.
nice seeing you.
Good to see you. I haven't seen you. A couple of times you haven't been around.
Your son's been in.
Yes.
Several times. He was the first one that showed up with a
I'm not a
bag.
bad guy.
Because he said, my mother told me I have to come.
I don't wanna fight you, I don't want no problem.
But he said,
Let's work together.
he said, hi,
Yeah.
I'm Officer Silva, and my mom told me I have to come here.
hundreds.
I have to buy my breakfast.
Wanted to come up, hey, it was crazy.
Just work with me, I'm an easy guy,
Thank
trust
you.
me.
And just
I'm
work
more
with
than willing to
us
work
and
with
you. Trust me,
work
I'm
with
an
our
easy guy.
inspector. We have got, I'm gonna tell you, we have a great team here in Wakefield.
I have no
Thank
problem.
When you're coming back,
I wanna make sure that we're on the same
If you
page.
have any questions, you can call me.
Yep,
You'll
just
my-
Whatever you
wanna
need.
work.
I have
smack
my
me in
email.
the ass.
Yeah, I
Send my
understand.
stuff
You do,
now,
right?
and I'll take
Yeah.
care of
You
it,
have
I
my cell
promise
phone
you.
number.
Thank you.
I do,
Have a
yes.
nice Easter. We'll make a motion to
Yes.
close the hearing.
Oh,
I make a
sorry.
motion to close. I'm gonna try to go to 7:30 mass.
Laura?
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
This is Oz. This is my gavel, but you're the chair.
Yeah, we didn't have gavels. See,
Hey, Elaine, you
Cindy's
wanna meet me at Most
Yeah.
Blessed?
Have a nice time.
I'm heading
Thank
over.
you, you too. Happy
not- I
Happy
will.
Easter, honey.
Thank you. Take care
You
now.
as well.
Okay, let me just have me a call to come get me.
Appreciate it. All right, thank you.
Elaine, you want me to come pick you up?
Bye, guys. Nice to meet both of you. Thank you.
I gotta
Thank
call
you.
my
Good
husband.
meeting you. Have a nice day.
I
Thanks.
didn't realize,
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, let me just give him a quick call because I'll tell
I
him.
didn't realize you weren't driving.
I can't drive yet. I gotta go tomorrow and get permission because.
Do you want this call on public record?
No, that's
Wanna
fine.
shut it off?
We're
What do we
not,
do?
we're being careful, so we have to stop the recording.
Where is the
but-
recording anyways on this
Well,
one?
let's just adjourn the meeting if we're done.
Adjourn the meeting.
Where were you?
I was talking to these guys.
I know. I adjourned it. So it's officially adjourned. So we're
It
just,
sure is.
it's official stuff. Okay. Bye. Cindy, can you stop the recording or no?
No, I think it has
No,
to
I
be
think
done from this end,
There's
right?
no option, so I think we're just gonna have
Are
to.
you in Florida?
Leave. Don't we put leave?
Yeah.
Is that what we put
Bye,
leave?
guys.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're gonna leave. Take care. Bye-bye.